Today on the Cardinal Sports Network, your Lawrence Cardinals take on the Allentown Redbirds in varsity baseball. Let's send it out to the field.
We are ready to roll, and so are the players here for both teams. On 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2. Trey Wright, Matt Brown, Lindsey Scarola, and you bringing you the semifinal game of the Central Jersey Group 3 State Championship between the Allentown Redbirds and your Lawrence Cardinals. We'll quickly go over the Cardinals' defensive position. It'll be Aiden Poot pitching here on the slab for Lawrence with Drew Dobkin, this duo who has been pitching and catching together for the last 7 or 8 years, taking the mound and dish once again. It'll be Aiden Crowley on first base, with Riley Rivera at second, Robert Kelly at third, and Dan Drizga rounding out the around the horn at third, with Kelly playing short. And then the outfield from left to right, Josh Vakrosky, Deacon Moore, and Teak Toto makes his return to the lineup and the field for Lawrence.
Yeah, it's Teak's going to be interesting to watch, though. I did overhear Jim say that he just kind of heard it randomly right before the game on Wednesday, which is what was really surprising and shocking. He did eventually come in to pinch hit, but still moving gingerly. He said that he wanted to play through it today, so we see him out there. He doesn't seem to be moving with any sort of impingement or impediment, but that definitely is going to be something to watch going forward, especially if he's got to dive for some sort of crazy play, as Teak is wont to do out in center. Out right, wherever he is.
He's in right. Teak Toe, he's the type to Superman dive for a fly ball to get the out no matter what happens. I just hope that he doesn't injure it even more than Wednesday.
Absolutely. You don't want that.
So it'll be Max Kleins leading things off. The fielders will take their positions. Dobkin will give the sign to Poot. Here's the first pitch of the game, and it starts off with a foul ball from Kleins to the backstop. The sophomore third baseman batting .378 on the season. And he quickly goes down 0-1. You see both dugouts clamoring here. Allentown, one of the loudest dugouts in the league. Fastball outside as Poot gets a little warmed up here, 1-1.
Yeah, I think Poot was trying to make him chase there after going a little low and a little inside. Unfortunately, lost a little bit of control there. Hopefully he's able to get the next one back.
1-1, ground ball straight over to Rivera, does a couple little hops. He's easily able to make it over to Aiden Crowley for the 4-3 ground out. 1 out down, 20 to go for the Cardinals.
You love seeing an out like that when you're a pitcher to start the game because that really helps your confidence. Not that Poot was struggling with that at bat, not at all. I thought he had good control of his stuff. I thought he was getting good in the zone. But what I'm trying to say, though, is the fact that a nice, easy grounder turned into a nice, easy out. That builds the confidence because it lets you know, hey, my defense got me if one gets by me.
And a good looping pitch that'll be called outside. Alex Cardona, the home plate umpire. The same home plate umpire in Wednesday's game against Steiner. Grant Howlett up 1-0 in the count. And he'll quickly even it up with a foul ball to the backstop. The senior left fielder batting .277 on the year.
What's up, buddy?
Howlett trying to get things going here. Still tied, 0-0 in the top of the first. And he swung there on the changeup that went behind Drew Dobkin. And it'll be a 1-2. And I think Poot and Dobkin got away with one there.
Bounced in front, but he swung. He followed through.
High fastball outside, evens at deuce-deuce. Howlett was 1 for 5 in the game on May 14th. Almost exactly 2 weeks ago today.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Time flies, or time goes slow. 2-2 on the way, fastball down low. And Cardona We'll make it a 3-2 count. It looked like it was maybe in the living room, but just in the basement.
Yeah, that one I think kissed the outside corner, but unfortunately nothing dealing.
Popped in the air out of play.
Hopefully that doesn't come towards me.
I don't know where the ball went.
It goes to the parking lot. Oh, that took a wicked bounce off the top of the fence.
Okay.
All right.
As long as it's not us.
It'll remain a 3-2 count. 3-2 on the way from Poot. Chopper gets right to Aiden Crowley. He's able to make the mad dash over to Aiden Poot. The 3-1 ground out, the Aiden to Aiden connection. And there's 2 away with Jack Sweeney coming to the plate.
That was a really good play by Crowley. He dove for the ball, eliminating the single that would have gone up the middle for a base hit, and he just put really good effort into that play.
So Jack Sweeney, who needs 0 introduction, the Rutgers commit. They're going to pitch to him here for the first at-bat. Poot winds and fires right down Broadway, just off the top of the bat.
I could tell just by his swing alone that he's playing to put it out there at the fences.
Yeah, this Big Ten player is trying to do a Big Ten cut with that swing right there. He's definitely trying to get one and send it.
Sweeney with 1 home run coming back in 2022 here at Sonny Natakis Field. He has 5 this season. 0-1 on the way. A little down low. I know Matt didn't agree with that call.
No.
Change up in the basement. I think it was was level, but I think it was a little outside.
What? No. No, I'm impartial. I have a degree.
And a really good off-speed pitch from Poot will make it 1-2.
That was a beautiful off-speed pitch by Poot. It got Sweeney swinging way ahead.
Thought he was gonna like wind up and twist the other way, kind of like a cartoon. He was swinging so hard and missed so hard.
1-2 towards Sweeney upstairs. 2-2. Trying to get him chased on the upstairs fastball. Sweeney, this Rutgers commit, he has seen all sorts of junk in his high school career. Deuce is wild. Strikeout, he got him! What a start for the Cardinals, going 1-2-3, a shutdown side. Aiden Poot with his 72nd strikeout of the season. And that is about as great of a start as you can ask for, Matt.
Absolutely. That is the exact kind of exclamation point you want on this first inning. Now, offense just has to return and just has to answer in kind and get things going on their end. All in all, though, great first outing by Poot. Great first outing by the defense. Everything that happened there was just picture perfect, and you just love seeing it. Incredible way to sit down the Rutgers commit, and that's how you end the inning. You love to see it.
So Allentown will look to respond defensively with Tim Welsh taking the slab. Robert Kelly, Deacon Moore, and Teak Toto will lead things off in the bottom of the first inning. Still scoreless from Sonny Natakis Field. You're listening to Lawrence Cardinals Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
So the Cardinals sit them down 1-2-3, and they will go into the batter's box for the first time today. Still nothing after a half inning between the Cardinals and the Redbirds of Allentown High School on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2. Robert Kelly, Deacon Moore, and Teak Toto due up for Lawrence. Kelly, arguably one of the best players in the CVC this season, batting .371 on the year, leads the team in 33 hits. In the playoffs, he is 3 for 8 with 2 runs scored. And looking to add to that amount here as Tim Welsh will take the stripe. Here's the first pitch towards Kelly. And a fastball outside. And a good look from Robert Kelly. Again, shutting down the top of the order and then just playing smart defensively as that was inside. Narrowly got him on the knuckles.
Yeah, it was a little too close in on the hands right there. We can see the number 6 move close towards us. That's how you know the ball's a little too inside right there.
And fouling one to the backstop. Kelly knew that was going to be one right down Broadway from Welsh. He took a crack at it. A little too late there. But getting one back is Welsh. 2-1 the count. Robert Kelly looking to establish some momentum here early for Lawrence. 2-1 on the way, down low, and jumping ahead. Hitters count for Robert Kelly.
Yeah, just gotta be patient. So far, he hasn't seen anything that he likes, and if you don't like anything and it's too out of the zone, why waste the energy?
3-1 off the glove, and the wild pitch puts Kelly aboard. The one popping out of the glove of Anthony Lino. We'll go over your defensive positions for Allentown. It's Anthony Lino behind the plate with Tim Welsh on the slab. Eddie Worse, Anthony O'Rourke, Dom Anzilla, and Max Kleins around the horn. Grant Howlett, Jack Sweeney, and Chris Whalen. In the outfield, left to right, pickoff attempt from Welsh, unsuccessful. And he'll bring up Deacon Moore, who had a monster game on Wednesday, going 2 for 2 with 2 walks. And Alex Cardona talking to the Lawrence dugout for a second, not entirely sure.
He said we're not going to bang on anything in the dugout.
I guess it's the same thing as Ryder with no artificial noisemakers. Close play at first on the pickoff attempt. Welsh was trying to catch Robert Kelly hot dogging it a little bit.
Oh, he hasn't even thrown a pitch to Deacon yet.
No.
And a good bunt attempt, but he'll pull back it in time. The last time that Deacon Moore tried to bunt, Robert Kelly was on second, and we know how that game ended. I mean, Matt, you were in the bathroom for that, but...
All right, you know, we could have gone the whole broadcast.
It's going to go on the whole
And
broadcast.
catching Kelly in a rundown, but again, he's going to get safe back at first.
Yeah, Kelly's got to beware with how big he takes his lead, because between Welsh and Lino, they're going to try to get him out at first.
They are not playing around, and they got the scouting report. 1-1 on the way, popped high in the air, and trying to turn the double play in time, they do. And a bunt gone wrong. A double play there from Allentown, way too high of a pop-up.
Yeah.
And they catch Robert Kelly off the tag up and quickly 2 away. And
Yeah.
Allentown responding defensively in kind.
I could just tell by like Deacon's face as he's coming back to dig out. He knows that he should not have attempted to bunt at a pitch that was that high. He should have pulled back.
You know, it's just the early game jitters. You know, first time through the order, you're just trying to see what you've got there. Ball in the dirt towards Toto.
Welcome sight to see Toto back at the plate after missing last game.
Mm-hmm.
So the 5-3 double play. It's a fly out and then a double play. And that one looked a little inside, but Toto will get one against him.
A little inside and on the hands, but okay.
Toto's 1 for 3 in the postseason. He was out last game, his first true at-bat. And he'll take one downstairs, half count. 2-1 count, 2 away, nobody on, and no score in the bottom of the first inning between Lawrence and Allentown. That one will go to the backstop for the 3-1 count, and would have been good to have Robert Kelly potentially steal there off the wild pitch and put him in scoring position.
Honestly, was just about to say that. Like
Yeah.
Kelly being on the bags on second there, that would have been huge.
3-1 towards Toto. And a good look from the junior. He will take first base.
Nice at bat by Teak right there. Nice, patient, good eye. You know, we're used to seeing that from Teak, though, continuing to lead the team in walks, just always getting on base. You know, hopefully, you know, the groin injury won't slow him down too much on the bases, and hopefully he just, you know, he's smart as KMO comes to the dish.
Surprised he's still on there. Not having a courtesy runner just in case, as Moore will take one down the middle. Fans showing out in droves. A packed house here at Sonny Natakis. Popped high in the air. Going for it is Worse. He's calling for it, but he's able to fall down with it and make the grab. And an F3 for the 1, 2, 3, 4. Lawrence is able to get a couple of base runners on, and hey, they were able to get a couple of walks out of Welsh, but superb infield fielding from this Allentown team keeps it scoreless through 1. We'll go to the top of the second with the middle of the order up for Allentown. Anzilla, Lino, and Whalen due up for the Redbirds. When we come back to Cardinals baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Still nothing through one. We'll go to the top of the second with the middle of the order up for Allentown. Dom and Zilla leading things off. Anthony Lino on deck and Chris Whalen in the hole. Couple of defensive gems from both teams in that first inning. And Lawrence looks to do the same. Outside pitch.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. He thinks he's Soto.
Oh, this.
Yeah, he does the Soto shuffle.
And Zilla doing the Soto shuffle here at Lawrence High School Baseball.
1-0 on the way, and that will plunk him off the back. And the first base runner for Allentown here today. And honestly,
That's that.
I mean,
it's better. I'd say, you know, it's essentially like intentionally walking him. You know, you
honestly,
you
I was
plunk
gonna
him in the
say
back.
that, yeah.
You
Like,
got a
you
force out situation.
Yeah.
You know, it's, you know, a little bit of more of a violent way to do it, but I don't
Yeah.
mind that personally. But Enzilla will be the first base runner for the Birds today.
Yeah.
like, you don't want Poot to plunk someone, but also, like, Enzilla is really good.
Yeah.
It's the first hit batter Poot has had all season long. How about that for a stat?
That's
Wait, what?
interesting.
That was
I
his
didn't know
first?
that. That's interesting.
In 46 innings pitched, that was the first time he has plunked someone today.
That's fascinating.
Enzilla going, Dobkin firing, low off the mound. A little low from Dobkin, and the stolen base for Enzilla will put the first runner in scoring position.
Man, if that pitching mound wasn't in the way, that would have been quite the out. Dobkin had him on a line. Unfortunately, just a little too low. Dobkin has been getting better at that throw, though, especially the last few games.
Yeah, he's getting better at the one-hop throw.
And Anthony Lino will stay alive. Fouls one to the middle school. He is 0 for 2. He's 0-2 right now.
At least that El Camino's not there like
Oh, that
last
was
time.
a fantastic El Camino. I forget who that was.
Well, we just saw him. He plugged in the Lawrence AV equipment.
Skied high in the air. Calling it is Aiden Crowley. He's running for and he's able to make the grab.
Jim coaching the team, even though they just gotten out. You love to see it. He's just asking them to, you know, keep an extra eye on third, which you definitely want to do, especially in sectional playoff time. Last game, we definitely saw third base get used in unconventional ways by Steinhardt. So if you're Lawrence, you definitely don't want to get caught sleeping, especially against a vicious team like Allentown.
Ball in the dirt towards Chris Whalen.
Yeah, Jim was just reminding Vikrosky that he's just got to back up third.
Exactly. No, you don't want any shenanigans going on. 2-0 count towards Whalen. And talking to Poot is Dobkin.
Hope he's able to settle him down. Seeing Poot taking a lot of deep breaths.
You know, it's a high-pressure situation, especially for a 16-year-old to be in.
He's good enough, though. He's just
Yeah.
like I know that's easier said than to like actually do, but like he's just got to believe in his stuff and know that he's got it. You know, Poot is electric. You know, there's a reason why I came up with the song "Poot." There it is, and not just because it was a silly pun.
Whalen 1 for 4, looking for the bunt down low, and it quickly goes to a hitter's count.
But I also feel like Dawkins is one of the people that can actually calm down Poot because they've been pitcher-catcher duo for like 7-8 years.
So hitters count towards Whalen, looking to get runners on first and second. And a good fastball right down the middle from Poot. We'll get one back in the count. Still hitters count 3-1, 1 away. Runner on second, still scoreless in the top of the second frame.
Yeah, Whalen knows that he missed that one too. You could see him shake his head. He wishes he could have that one back. Nonetheless, he's still got the 3-1 hitters count.
And they're going to call that a balk from Aiden Poot.
What did he even do that was a ball?
He looked back at second, and that's when he called him.
So that balk will put Enzilla on the hot corner. Allentown looking to break open this game.
Yeah.
Here's a 3-1 towards Whalen. Good off-speed pitch. Whalen who was up 3-0, now finds himself in a 3-2 count. Struck out 3 times to Aiden Poot back in the Mercer County game. 3-2 on the way. Chopper, good grab there from Aiden Crowley. He's able to mitigate the damage, but it'll be a sacrifice ground out that'll score in Zilla, and Allentown strikes first 1-0.
You know, just a couple of series of, unfortunate errors made. The balk by Poot, which, still a little unclear on what the ump saw there. But that's what gets the runner over to third. Still able to mitigate that damage, though. Great, just moving by Aiden Crowley, getting back to first to get the auto out. As Quarley, he does not like that, LaQuara, he does not like that pitch right there to start. But overall, Allentown, they're first to get on the board, but you still mitigated the damage if you're Lawrence.
Exactly, that could have been a lot worse. That could have been a hit, an infield hit there. Is that one a little low? We'll make it 1-1 with 2 away. Allentown fires the first salvo in the afternoon. And LaQuara batting .215 on the year, DHing for Tim Welsh. Will sky one, that will go straight to the outfield. And the first hit of this game will put LaQuara on the bases with Eddie Worst coming up.
I was going to say, do we think that Deacon should have attempted to dive for that ball? Okay.
It was a very shallow hit, and if he rushed a little bit more and dove for it, I think he could have made an opportunity, but if he missed that ball and it takes a siesta in the outfield, it's an easy double. Worst will come to the plate. He'll pop one foul down the third base line. Worst batting .297 on the year. The NJIT commit, like we said, had a phenomenal game on the mound against Hopewell Valley, pitched 99 times. And he is looking to extend this lead as Allentown leads 1-0. That will go through the gap again. Back-to-back hits for lefties. It'll bring up Anthony O'Rourke, and Jim Mayer will go to the mound for the first time today.
Yeah, as Allentown, they're already to the bottom of their lineup with their number 9 on the mound. So Jim Mayer, he probably just wants to calm him down, probably try to assess the situation. It's really uncharacteristic to see, hitters like this get one on Poot, and back-to-back, just really well-struck balls too. Allentown, they can really send the ball, so you got to be careful when they make contact. So whatever Jim Mayer is saying to them, hopefully it's settling them down, it's centering them, and it's able to help them finish out this inning. You don't want to let this get any worse. You had 2 outs, no on, now you got 2 outs, 2 on. You don't want to get ducks on a pond with the top of the lineup potentially coming out.
Also it's 2 outs, so it's a play at the easiest base, so if it gets at Drizga, you can just step on third.
We got 2 force-out opportunities, and Anthony O'Rourke, who struck out 3 times, was 0 for 3 in the game on the 14th, and he'll quickly foul one to the backstop.
That ball is still stuck up there.
That's wild.
That's probably from
last week.
Is it last week or 2 weeks ago?
I noticed it last week, so it's probably been up there for 2 or 3 weeks by now.
0-1 towards O'Rourke, batting .278 on the year. Ball in the dirt, 1-1.
Jim Mayer giving the sign to the field.
I believe Robert Kelly could come in to relieve in the worst case scenario, but you don't have Kellen Moore. You've got the Crowley brothers.
Yep.
1-1 towards O'Rourke. And that one looked like it was in the living room, but Cardona will call it a ball. 2-1, 2 on base, 2 away. And Allentown up 1-0 in the top of the second. 2-1. And it'll be 3-1.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. This game is intense. It makes our bodies do things.
Yeah.
Like hiccup.
O'Rourke with a hitter's count. Poot will check the base. 3-1 on the way, down low. And the bases are loaded for Max Kleins.
Got the top of the lineup coming up. Gotta make sure everything is in tip-top shape defensively.
The last thing you want to do is go to your bullpen way too early.
And the last thing you want to do is turn the merry-go-round on. We saw Lawrence be the benefactor of that in the Mercer County semifinal game. And right now, bases loaded with the top of the order back up. Kleins 0 for 1. And I'll have a good off-speed pitch. Kleins not electing to take that one. I'll go down 0-1.
Already seeing some movement in the Lawrence bullpen. Jim Mayer just probably wanted to get someone warm just in case. Hopefully, though, Poot can settle down. He can get out of it, so hopefully he just settles down.
That'll be a striper off the foot of Poot, running for it. Nobody's covering first. They're going to call him safe. A miscommunication between Crowley and Poot, and it'll be a 2-0 lead. And Allentown striking, and the bases continue to be loaded. That was an unfortunate play. Went off the foot of Aiden Poot. He panicked a little bit. Aiden Crowley was trying to cover, but nobody was on first. Scoring was LaCora, and it's a 2-0 ball game with Grant Howlett coming to the plate.
Absolutely, it was just a little bit of a miscommunication there with that ball bouncing off of Mr. Poot's shin right there. So didn't know who was supposed to stay on first, who was supposed to cover first, and unfortunately that gets second run across. They really got to buckle down now and get out of this inning, especially before Mr. Sweeney comes to the plate.
You got to get Howlett or anybody out here, because if Sweeney comes in with bases loaded, that is a not ideal opportunity. That one swings, but they're going to call it a strike. It was a foul ball.
Yeah. Also, I went on a little adventure. Connor Crowley is currently warming up in the bullpen.
So it'll be an 0-2 count towards Howlett. Allentown looking to bat around the order. Lawrence trying to get out of the jam. Already down 2-0 with bases loaded, and Jack Sweeney in the on-deck circle. 0-2 on the way. High fastball trying to get him to chase. That nearly went to the backstop. It would have made it 3-0.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been preferred. That's for sure. But Dobkin got it. He's got Poot. Hopefully he's able to guide him home here.
We'll do it again. 1-2 on the way. Another high fastball. Deuce is wild with the bases loaded.
Oh.
And Robert Kelly is going to talk to his pitcher. Great teamwork, great leadership there from the Monmouth commit.
Trying to calm down Aiden Poot.
So it goes from an 0-2 count to 2-2. The bases loaded. Poot will get the sign from Dobkin, checks the runners. 2-2 on the way. Strikeout, he got him. Howlett gets struck out swinging, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered. Poot fooling him on the changeup, and he is able to get out of arguably the biggest jam of his high school career.
Absolutely, and he will be starting off the second inning for the Cardinals, so hopefully he can get back some retribution. Honestly, they were able to limit the damage, made a couple of mistakes. Hopefully they're able to bounce back in the next inning, but also hopefully they're able to get something going in this coming second inning, because they got to start scoring right now.
Allentown leads 2-0 going to the middle of the second. Poot will look to respond. It'll be Poot, Rivera, and Vikrovsky due up for Lawrence when we come back to Cardinals baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Aiden Poot got the strikeout to end the jam, and he will lead things off in the bottom of the second. And he'll take one. It looked like it was in the middle.
Nah,
Cardona.
That was a frame job. It maybe kissed it, but that was a little bit of a frame job.
Also, this umpire doesn't have a low strike zone sometimes.
And Poot will quickly get that one back. It'll be 1-1. Aiden Poot, the best batting average in the playoffs this season right now for Lawrence. He's 5 for 8 with 2 RBIs. And right now, looking to go 6 for 9. 1-1 on the way. Chopper goes straight over to Kleins, but making the play off the base. Did he tag him in time? He got him safe. It was actually Inzilla who was making the play. I think Kleins was calling for it, but Inzilla takes it away from him. A wild throw. Worst comes off. He's trying to tag him in time.
Well, he came off and he dropped it. That's what it looked like happened because he did get the tag, but then the ball fell right on the ground. So Poot getting away with one right there. And you got one of your faster base runners on the plate now. Great position for Riley Rivera.
And Rivera will foul one back himself. 2 for 6 in the postseason. And I believe it'll be scored an E6 for Poot.
Yeah, I think the third baseman maybe giving it up to the shortstop maybe messed up the timing a little bit, and that's what happened with the throw.
And Rivera will take one, a little low, but it'll go 0-2.
Well, it's time to protect the plate. Swing at anything close.
And nearly picking off Aiden Poot was Eddie Worse, and that was really close.
A little too close.
You gotta watch your leads.
Way too close for comfort. Poot, we know he likes to take real 4-step leads. And that will go to the backstop, goes underneath the legs of Anthony Lino, and a wild pitch will put the first Lawrence base runner on second in scoring position. And Lino with a weak throw over to second that goes off of the head of, or over the head rather, of Tim Welsh. And nonetheless, Poot will stay at second, trying to get Lawrence back into this game. And it takes away the force out, takes away the double play opportunity. 1-2 towards Rivera. Chopper. Poot will stay at second, running for first, not going to be in time. 6-3 for the ground out, one away with Vakrosky coming to the plate.
Yeah, Poot unfortunately wasn't able to advance there because the ball went right past him into the shortstop that was right next to him. So that would have been an easy double play right there. So just getting back there. Unfortunately, nothing going there for that ground out right there. Hopefully, though, Vakrosky's able to move over Poot.
Really good heads-up baseball from Poot, staying on second. Gonna bring up Josh Vakrosky, who's 0 for 2. He's playing in place for Teak Toto. And that will go off the neck of the bat over to the middle school and going down on the count as a sophomore.
Thought for a second I was going to hit the porta potty. I was like, oh, that's not fun.
And this bottom of the order for the Cardinals really struggling as of late. One hit in the postseason. Ball down low. Lino able to grab it before Poot can advance to third. Ones are across the board. Vakrosky is 0 for 2. Drizga is 1 for 5. And Dobkin is 0 for 6. With barely anybody able to reach the plate. Chopper on a stripe coming down. Poot will stay at third. Runners are on the corners. A good whack from Vakrosky. His first postseason hit.
Absolutely. That one, a little bit of a slow swing, but that ball hit right on the barrel of the bat, and he was able to just get that little blooper into center field. Poot thought for a second that it was going to be an easy catch. It was not able to move it over, and now Vakrosky, you got a little bit of speed, so hopefully you can catch the pitcher sleeping. Maybe you move the runner over. Maybe you cause a mistake to get a run.
John Vakrosky, I'm going to try and get Allentown a little bit of a rundown to get the squeeze play at home. It'll bring up Dan Drizga, 1 for 5 in the postseason, batting .265 this year. And that looked a little questionable. Welsh is...
Allentown not loving this strike zone, the catcher, giving a lot of reactions.
Well, I think that was Welsh that was, putting his hands in the air towards Cardona. It'll be a 1-0 count towards Drizga. He'll sky one high, but it'll go out of play, slicing like a shot from Scotty Scheffler, nearly hitting a car. It's nowhere near any of our cars.
Honestly, I thought for a second it was going to be close towards our friends at WBCB.
Jordan Hirsch on the call here.
Let's not hurt Jordan. We like Jordan.
We love our sports director.
Let's not have a John Sterling foul ball cam hit.
No. Ow, ow, ow. That foul ball hit me.
So runners are on the corners, a 2-1 count towards Drizga. Lawrence trailing 2-0 in the bottom of the second. And nearly going forward was Welsh, but he's able to not have a balk. And it'll remain 2-1. Here comes the pitch towards Drizga. Swing and strike on the changeup, 2-2. He got a little overzealous there, and you want to play smart baseball.
Yeah, Drizga's just he's got to take a deep breath because I can see the anxious and the nerves coming out in that swing.
2-2 on the way. Outside pitch. Lino having to dive all the way across the plate to prevent Poot from coming home.
That was a great grab because he knows that he misses that grab, that's a run right there. So that was a great defensive play by Allentown. You got to give it up to the Redbirds.
So 3-2 full count towards Drizga. Runner going, swing and strike, he dropped it. And
Oh, yeah. So,
no, he was able to hold it, so it will advance.
no, so basically, if first base is occupied with 1 out and you get a drop third strike, it just counts. It's not a drop third.
So that will be the first strikeout of the day for Tim Welsh. 2 away, ducks on a pond. It'll bring up Drew Dobkin. He's 0 for 6, his 7th at-bat of the postseason. See if that lucky number 7 comes into play. Another pitch down low, Lino with the block. Poot at third, Vikrovsky at second. Lawrence looking for it, and that one just right across the plate for Dobkin.
If there's a time that Drew Dawkins needs to wake up his bat, it is now.
He was the hero in the game, the last game against Allentown, and he's trying to drive in the first run of the game here for Lawrence. 1-1 on the way. Brian Nice not agreeing with that call. Cardona will call it an inside pitch and a half count towards Dobkin with the top of the order on deck. Want to get Dobkin on the base in any way, shape, or form because Robert Kelly can really punish baseballs. And a hitter's count towards the sophomore catcher. Runners on third and second. Dobkin at the dish. 3-1 with 2 away. Here's the pitch. That's going to get skied into right field. On a bead is Whalen. And once again, runners stranded in scoring position. It'll remain 2-0 going into the top of the third. It was a really good whack from Drew Dobkin, but just a little too high and a little too far. And Whalen is able to read that like a book. And we'll go back up with the middle of the lineup, due up for Allentown. Sweeney, Inzilla, and Lino due up for the Redbirds when we come back to Cardinals baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
So we saw a lot of this on Wednesday with Lawrence stranding runners on the bases. That's been their biggest Achilles heel over the last month or so. You know, the month of May, they've just been doing nothing but stranding runners in scoring position. And unfortunately, that was a really good opportunity to bring this back to a 2-run or a 1-run game. But instead, they'll bring Sweeney and Inzilla at bat and on deck right real quick, Matt.
Yeah, you know, last inning didn't go how you wanted it to, but honestly, you were able to get out with minimal damage, which you like to see. You're starting off with 2 of the heavy hitters, so hopefully you make something happen as Inzilla just pipes that one.
That gets piped all the way off, and it goes off of Vikrovsky's glove. That's going to be an easy 2-bagger. And the first pitch, a bullet from Jack Sweeney, and he is proving why he is going to a stout Scarlet Knights program.
First pitch, first swing, what wow. Just like, I didn't even get to finish my sentence. That ball was already at the left field wall.
Having Sweeney and Inzilla back-to-back is like having Soto and Judge back-to-back. It is a deadly combo.
Seriously, it's like Canseco and McGuire minus one very key ingredient that high schoolers are not legally allowed to take.
Ah, yes.
Dom Inzilla, who was 0 for 0, hit by a pitch and scored the game's first run, will step into the box for the second time. Sweeney on second. High pop-up in the air. Calling it is Aiden Crowley. He's right underneath, and he's able to make the fly out.
That was a mistake right there by Inzilla. Caught way too inside of the bat. So when you do that, you're taking away one of their better hitters. So an easy out right there. Hopefully that's able to limit the damage by that screaming double. So, you know, hopefully, happy thoughts, good vibes. And now we got Lino at the bat.
Anthony Lino flew out, and he quickly strikes or gets a strike against him. You know, again, Jack Sweeney, you know, he needs no introduction. You know, he was signed by Rutgers last year, but he still had a senior. You rarely see that at the high school level. And a really good off-speed pitch from Aiden Poot, who, the way he's been pitching, this entire season might be in the same fate. But when you get signed as a junior in high school to college, that just shows what kind of caliber player that Jack Sweeney is. Ball down in the dirt towards Lino, and getting one back is the senior catcher. Allentown leads 2-0 in the top of the third. Lawrence does have their top of the order leading off for the third, so they'll try and get something back into there, and that's going to get plugged all the way to the outfield. Going past Vikrowski, that will score Sweeney. They're still fighting for it. And an RBI double from Anthony Lino triples the lead, 3-0.
If I'm Jim Mayer, I better have Connor Crowley warming up right now.
Here comes Jim again. Maybe we see the pitching change now.
And that decision, I meant to bring it up back in the top of the third, but I'm surprised that they didn't try and walk Jack Sweeney. I don't think they're going to make that a mistake again.
I don't know about that necessarily. It depends on what the score is. Depends on how out of reach the lead is. Who's on base. I think you're kind of like stuck in a position. Unfortunately, you don't want to go too early to the bullpen. Jim Mayer, he's sticking with Poot. Just
Yeah, I'm liking that. Reinstilling his confidence. Hey, you're getting peppered a little bit there.
But it's also
He's allowed 5 hits so far in this game.
Allentown, Allentown, they've seen Poot before. So they know his pitches, where he goes most of the time. Just gotta work around it.
And Lawrence, again, they need to get their offense going. This realistically could still be a 2-run game, but instead it's a 3-run game. And a really good pitch from Poot will send Whalen down early in the count. He's scored the first run in the game with a sacrifice ground out to Aiden Crowley. Looking for the bunt, goes past Aiden Poot, throwing all the way to first, but he's off the bag. It was offline. And Jim Mayer is going to say that he was out of the baseline. Cardona saying that he was not.
The parents behind us are also saying that he was out of the baseline.
And it will put runners at the corners. And they're going to talk it over real quick. No, they're not going to talk it over.
No, they're not. Oh, no, they didn't talk it over at all. Jim was quickly brushed off.
Not the first time we've seen a weird call. We saw at first base, runner thinking about going, Dobkin firing to second. Nearly going underneath the glove of Robert Kelly, and for Lawrence, this is not the third inning that you wanted. Runners are at the corners. So a 1-1 count, looking for the bunt, lays it good and down. They're going to call him safe. Dobkin not able to make the tag in time, and being able to score off the squeeze play will make it a 4-0 game. And we're back to where we were in the semifinal game. It's a 4-run deficit for Lawrence. And runners are on first and second with 1 out, and worse coming to the bag.
You got plenty of baseball left, though, okay? This isn't an ideal situation. Again, you just got to limit the damage. Just get out of the inning. That's all you got to worry about. You know that Allentown's going to get loud. You know they're going to do this. But you just got to use it, and you got to fire yourself up, and you got to get yourself... Oh, sorry, I was just distracted.
A wild pitch from Drew Dobkin puts Whalen at the hot corner. So runners at first and third once again. Allentown up 4-0. They are firing on all cylinders. And Aiden Poot getting shelled like Omaha Beach out here. It's already a 4-0 deficit, and Lawrence has only been able to muster 4 or more runs in one of their last 6 games. Another bunt from Worse, and that will score the 5th one. They're able to get the 2nd out, but Worse with a sacrifice bunt makes it a 5-0 game, scoring Wayland 3 runs in this top of the 3rd.
Worse was really smart in that at bat. He stepped up to the very top of the batter's box, so he was trying to catch whatever was coming into the zone before it broke, before it got by him, and I think that's why he was able to lay that bunt down so well.
Bring Anthony O'Rourke up with 2 away. He'll sky one deep into right field, but right underneath it is Teak Toto, and he's able to make the grab, and that will end the Ocelot. 5-0 Allentown leads, a 3-run top of the 3rd, and Lawrence has got to get the bats going here if they want to stay in this game. Their top of the order is up, and again, they have got to get back into this game. They've got to play smart, they got to play wise, and they got to get some runs going.
Yeah.
But it'll be the top of the order up for Lawrence, Robert Kelly, Deacon Moore, and Teak Toto, as the Cardinals will try to rally once again on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
And we're back here at Sunny Natakis Field, Allentown, striking first and striking hard. 3 runs in that top of the 3rd, and they lead Lawrence 5-0. And Tim Welsh looking for a shutdown inning. The Cardinals needing to score here.
Yeah,
I really think this might be like you got to score here if you want to get back into this game, because you're down 5-0. This lineup from Allentown is absolutely holding nothing back. They're throwing everything they've got. 7 hits already.
And they want this game back, too. They're really upset with how that last game ended. They really want to embarrass Lawrence, and especially on their home field in such a high-pressure situation like sectional right now. So you know they want to make a statement, and they're making the statement they want to. Lawrence, so they got to really bounce back. They got to make this game interesting.
They got to overcome their biggest deficit of the season, 3-2, or was it 1-2 count?
2-2.
Allentown thought it was right down the middle, but getting one back on the outside pitch is Robert Kelly. Kelly walked, and that will be the first one looking as Kelly will go down. 2nd strikeout of the day for Tim Welsh, and that is not the start that you wanted.
No, not at all, especially not from the top of your lineup from one of your better hitters. So hopefully, Lawrence can get a better read on the strike zone and get something going with Deacon here.
Deacon Moore, who hit the ball into a double play, will take one in the basement for the 1-0 count. Again, Lawrence, they're still in this game. If they're able to get a couple of hits and score a couple of runs here, you might start thinking about Brian Nice taking out his starter as 1-1 off the foul ball towards the left field side. You got to get Welsh's numbers up, because if you go into this bullpen for Allentown, that is really not what you want if you're an Allentown fan, but that's exactly what you want for Lawrence, because this bullpen is very scarce. They made the last game into a bullpen game. I think Welsh has only allowed 90-something pitches today, so knock him out as much as you can. High fastball, Lino having to go all the way up to prevent that from going to the backstop. Wouldn't have mattered as there's nobody on. 1 out, 2-2. Cardinals down 5-0.
I get what you're saying, but you got to put runs on the board. You got to put pressure on him. You can't just
line drive and a great grab from Worse will make it 2 away with Toto coming up, and this offense has gone cold for Lawrence.
Yeah, it's acting like it's already over, and you're in the 3rd. Like, come on. You got a lot of baseball to play, and this is a team you beat not that long ago. You know you can beat them, especially considering it's not even Worse on the mound.
It's a righty-righty patch.
They got this.
And Toto will take one right down Broadway for the 0-1. Toto was walked back in the bottom of the 1st. And he'll make it an 0-2 count. You know, this is not what you want to do. You don't want to panic if you're Lawrence, because
Yeah, no.
I really think, you know, these last couple of at-bats, you know, it's just trying to, you know, you want to get runs in. You know it might be a must-run situation.
It's like they're not fully focused on the ball.
Ball will go off the glove of Lino, and it'll be 1-2. Toto getting one back. You know, they were playing, you know, really wise at-bats back in the bottom of the first, and then they had an opportunity to like tie this game up in the bottom of the second, but it's not taking it. Change up. Welsh wanted it. Cardona will not give it to him. It'll be deuces wild. Toto just trying to get something going for Lawrence. 2-2 on the way. And he'll plug that deep into left field. Could that go back? But it's going to be grabbed by Howlett.
Oh, I thought that had the distance.
Nope. Just a little, about 5 feet short of being Toto's first career home run. And the top of the order is sat down 1, 2, 3 for Lawrence. And we'll go to the top of the fourth with Allentown looking to pile on. And their top of the order is up as well. Kleins, Howlett, and Sweeney with the Redbirds up 5-0. On 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Top of the order back up for Allentown. They lead 5-0 over Lawrence on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2. Kleins, Howlett, and Jack Sweeney up for the third time already as we're in the top of the fourth. Not a good start for Lawrence, both defensively and offensively. And quickly in a 2-0 hole is Aiden Poot. Poot has given up 5 runs in his last 2 appearances, and he's just trying to get there. He'll get one back on the 2-1 as Kleins will swing at that on the offside pitch. It's actually, so it's Robbinsville and Middletown South who are playing, not Robbinsville and Northern Burlington. Popped high in the air out of play. It'll be a 2-2 count. Kleins 1 for 2 with an RBI and a ground out. He's trying to go 2 for 3 with another hit here. 2-2 on the way, outside pitch on a looper. He wasn't fooled on that, 3-2. Sophomore versus sophomore, righty versus lefty. 3-2 on the way towards Kleins. Infield hit straight over to Rivera and a routine ground out for the 4-3. And that's what you want if you're Lawrence. Routine ground outs, not doing anything dumb. Don't get anybody on the bases.
Absolutely. That looked like the first inning right there. Just copy and paste that bad boy. That looked great. Just do that for the rest of the game.
Gonna bring up Grant Howlett, who's 0 for 2, ground out and a strikeout.
While also getting more runs, of course.
One opportunity, pulled back, down low.
Howlett's probably just trying to catch him sleeping so they can get Sweeney back up with 1 out.
If I'm Lawrence, I walk Sweeney.
You gotta walk him. And that'll get lined into deep right field, but a good grab, no! Off the end of the glove goes Teak Toto, and he's not able to make it.
It bounced just off the top of the glove.
Oh my
It's 'cause
God.
it's-
He had a perfect read on it,
He
and
had-
it just bounced it, and he just got an unlucky bounce.
It's 'cause he's jumped too. He jumped and
Yeah.
it hit the palm of the glove and just
Yeah.
bounced out completely.
He had it too.
And that'll bring up Jack Sweeney, who they're not going to intentionally walk him. I'm a little surprised about that. So Sweeney with a man on second already with a 2-bagger, and that one is going to be
Foul.
just foul, and that would have been an easy RBI double as that would have went to the left field.
Yeah, Allentown really wants it too. You can see, they look like they're getting ready to explode out of the dugout.
They are.
I'm really surprised that they're not intentionally walking Sweeney, because you've got 1 out, you've got a double play opportunity.
Eh,
I'm really surprised that they're not walking Sweeney.
There is no. Where would the double play opportunity be?
Because Sweeney would be at first.
Oh, right.
And then in Zilla, infield hit, you'd be able to turn a double play. They've only been able to turn 4, but at least you have the opportunity. This will be an 0-1 count for Jack Sweeney, who's 1 for 2 with a run and a double. Howlett in there, and that will be outside. Howlett on second. Sweeney looking to make this a 6-run game. If you're Lawrence, you just want to strike out Sweeney. You just want to get Sweeney and Zilla out. Swing and strike. He went on the check swing. And he's down to his final strike. And Hayden Poot might try and get him on the changeup again.
Definitely want to if you can. Not going to get many of these opportunities.
Dobkin will give the sign. 1-2 on the way for Sweeney. High pitch. Little early release there. And able to jump up and grab that was Dobkin to prevent Howlett from going to the hot corner. 2-2 with 1 away. Ball down low. And unable to grab it was Dobkin, and that will put Howlett on third and a 3-2 count for Jack Sweeney. And you got to think he is swinging at this one.
Yeah, you got Aiden moving. You got Aiden Crowley telling his side of the field to move over because this boy, he's got power, and it's usually pulling power. So just trying to get as many defenders over there as possible.
Full count on the way towards Sweeney. Strikeout, he got him. That was such a break for Lawrence. That was all the way up, high and away, and Sweeney swung at that. Lawrence getting away with one there.
That got a reaction from the crowd. You can't really hear it as well because we're sitting right next to them. We're wearing earmuffs, but Lawrence loved that, and that absolutely silenced Allentown. So great move right there by Poot. Hopefully that can be a turning point.
Third strikeout of the day for Poot. Ground ball goes foul from Enzilla.
Use that as momentum. You got out their big dog. You got their other, not as big, but still relatively large dog at the plate. Get them both out, get your juices pumping, and then come back to the offensive side and get some runs on.
Allentown wearing their road gray with A-Town on the front. High fastball will make it 1-1. Lawrence wearing their alternate red uniforms that they won the semifinal game in. Again, Allentown has not lost at Natakis Field since 2012, and right now they got a good opportunity to make it a baker's dozen years. It'll be 2-1 as that one pops out of the glove of Dobkin. 2-1 with 2 away, a runner on third. Lawrence looking to get back into the boxes. With 12 outs remaining, 2-1 towards Enzilla. He will line that out just foul. Deuces wild. If that was fair, that would have been an easy RBI double.
Yeah, I got a little nervous when I saw Verkrosky book it. Usually that's how I judge whether or not it's a real hit or not, but I saw Jim, no reaction there, so that's usually telltale sign.
2-2 count. Strikeout, he got him. Another high and away pitch, fooling both of their batting aces, and Lawrence is able to get their first scoreless inning since the top of the first. And they sit them down 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth with Lawrence 12 outs to get 5 runs. And just trying to get back into this game here. It'll be the middle of the order up for Lawrence. Kellen Moore, Aiden Poot, and Riley Rivera due up for the Cardinals when we come back to Lawrence Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
And we're back here at Sunny Natakis Field. Lawrence with a good shutdown inning. They were able to keep it a 5-0 deficit. With 12 outs remaining, they got to get back into this game. And they are currently down by 5 runs. It would be their largest comeback of the season if they're able to do it. And it starts off with Kellen Moore taking one high and away. Second time through the order for the Cardinals. Kellen Moore 0 for 1 today. And he'll quickly foul one over the dugout of Allentown.
if Lawrence can just go on a little bit of a run and force Allentown to use the little bullpen they have, Lawrence can really get back in this game, and Kamo is a great hitter to have to start that.
And that one will go off the home plate, will bounce right in front of Lindsay.
I caught it.
It'll be a 2-1 count. Kellen Moore is 1 for 6 in the postseason. Make that he was 1 for 6 in the postseason. Coming in today, now he's 1 for 7. Trying to get back into this as that one will hop off the home plate once again, and it's a hitter's count for Kamo.
Do you think if Kamo walks here, they're probably going to have a pitch runner for him to save his energy?
I 100% believe it.
I'd put Aiden out
Well, you gotta get the walk first, and that will be right there. Kamo will walk, and that's a good start.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're sending him over.
I mean, he was the DH, so we'll see. I mean, Connor Crowley is typically the courtesy runner, but he's warming up in the bullpen.
Maybe they're saving him to courtesy run for Dobkin, because isn't that what typically happens?
Yep.
It's usually Connor or Aiden, I believe, right?
Yep. It'll be Aiden Poot, who will take ball 5
You got
from
it.
Tim Welsh. She goes up 1-0 in the count.
Patience is key.
It's a virtue. You've got to really play smart here, down by this amount. And one looked a little inside, but Alex Cardona will call it in the zone, and 1-1 is Poot, who is 0 for 1. He was able to reach all the way over to third with an E6 back in the bottom of the second. And quickly, line 1 sounded good, just slicing a little too much, and it goes down 1-2.
Ryan Wilver over there at first had no reaction to that foul ball slicing right past him.
He knew exactly where it was. So it'll be a 1-2 towards Poot. Here's the pitch. Line drive, but a good grab. What a grab from Enzilla, looking exactly like the play that he made against Hopewell Valley on Wednesday. Oh, just no luck. You know, in hockey it's called puck luck. I don't know what you call it in baseball. Just no luck for this Lawrence offense. And it'll be 1 out with a runner at first, and Rivera coming up off the F6.
That was just a well-hit ball, too. Got me out of my seat. Unfortunately, no dice. Great play there by Allentown. Incredible grab.
Rivera takes a changeup right down the middle. Allentown leading 5-0 in the bottom of the 4th with 1 away. Rivera is 0 for 1 with a 6-3 ground out. A little low. Lino wanted on the frame job, and it'll be 1s across the board. With a runner on, Kellen Moore on first. Rivera trying to get Lawrence back into this ball game. Trying to pick off Kellen Moore at first was Eddie Worse, but no dice. So remain a 1-1 count towards Rivera. 2 for 7 in the postseason so far as he lets one fly in the basement.
You know, we've been saying it on and off all game. Let Welsh beat you. He doesn't always seem to have his stuff. It always seems to be erratic. Let him beat you. Right? If it ends up being a walk, it ends up being a walk.
Just get on base. You just got to moneyball this. 2-1 on the way towards Rivera. Off the home plate, blocking it was Lino, and another hitter's count. If you're Rivera, you are not swinging unless it is a fastball right down Broadway. 3-1 on the way. High fastball and a good look. Gonna bring up Joshua Vikroski with 2 runners on, and the Cardinals in need of some runs.
Absolutely, this situation you like. You got 2 runners on. You got 1 out as we have a coaching mound visit for Allentown, their first of the game. And we have a Mr. Williver sighting in the on-deck circle.
Mr. Williver, he will be pinch hitting for Mr. Drizka.
Interesting.
A little surprised that's going to be for Drizga instead of Dobkin, but that might entail that that might entail that Robert Cali might come in for the next 3 innings.
And Maddox Watson goes to the bullpen for the Redbirds.
Well, if you're Lawrence, that is exactly what you want to see, and you want to knock Welsh out of this game. Watson with 4 runs in the last game against Lawrence, and he wasn't too impressive on Wednesday either. So you want to knock Welsh out. You want to put Watson in there because you know that you can get hits off of Watson, and you know, hey, if Vakrowski's able to get on base, and same thing with Seawill and Dobkin, able to get on base, you know, you're going to knock Welsh out of this game soon. But this ultimately is the make or break moment of this game. If you don't get a run here, it's going to be super hard to get it back, and that's going to give all the momentum in the world to Allentown. Vakrowski is 1 for 1 with a single, and he'll pop one high in the air out of play.
If you're still listening, no, it didn't hit us.
Bottom of the 4th, Lawrence down by 5, 0-1 with runners on first and second. Welsh just trying to get out of the jam. 0-1 towards Vakrowski. He'll line one into right field. Running back for it is Whalen. Oh, but he's able to make the grab. Now tagging up is Kellen Moore. It'll be 2 away with runners on the corners. I thought that there was going to be a similar situation to what happened with Teak Toto. But Whalen is able to make the grab. But 2 away, Vakrowski on the sac fly.
Vakrowski giving a little bit of advice to Williver. Maybe he saw something that Williver can hopefully, that will help Williver hopefully run into something, as we have the Seawill chance coming from the Lawrence bench, as they tend to do, and as now Lindsay is beginning to enjoy and join in with them.
Williver 0 for 6 in the postseason. Again, you're thinking lucky number 7th at bat. Big game for the sophomore. Low in the basement, Williver able to have a good take there.
Good eye.
Cardinals trying to get on the board for the first time today. That'll get line sliced into the parking lot. Whalen not able to grab that. You just want, if you're Lawrence, you just want to get on the board. You want to score Kellen Moore, do anything you can to score that runner. You don't want to do anything, you know, too MLB-ish. Play some small ball. Right down the middle. It was borderline there, and a quick 1-2 count towards Williver as Lawrence just tries to get back into this game. Runners on the corners, down by 5 in the bottom of the 4th. 1-2 on the way, runner going. Line shot. Is it going to go foul? No, it's going to be caught by Howlett. And the Cardinals scoreless through 4. And we'll go to the top of the 5th with Allentown looking to hold on. I thought that was going to go foul, but a great read from Howlett, able to grab that. And the Cardinals are down to their last 9 outs. But they got to hold on here for the next 3, for the next 9. It'll be Lino, Whalen, and Lacora due up for the Redbirds when we come back to Cardinals baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Middle of the order up for Allentown, Lino, Whalen, and Lacora as they look to extend their lead. They are up 5-0 going into the top of the 5th. Fly ball high in the air, slicing a little bit to the right. Grabbing it is Aiden Crowley, who's able to make the grab before he dropped it.
Nope, it's still out though.
Yep, it's still out.
Yeah, the ump said that he called it and he caught it, and that he dropped it not from the transition to his hand. It wasn't off the catch, so that is still an out.
So 1 pitch, 1 out, and it'll bring up Chris Whalen.
Hey man, we love seeing that.
1 for 1.
1 pitch, 1 out. We want that.
1 for 1. That gets lined into right field. Running forward is Toto, and he's able to make the grab. 2 pitches, 2 outs.
2 for 2. That's what we also love to see. Don't give Mr. Welsh much time to rest. He had one of his weaker innings against not your strongest part of the lineup, and you got your strongest part of the lineup coming up. So make this really quick. Bing bang boom. Get back up and maybe cause them a little bit of damage. We got some time left, baby.
Yeah,
we got plenty of game left.
You want to get hits as much as possible, and as JC LaCora talks to Brian Nice, speaking of hits, switch between the classic hits and the biggest hits and best variety on our IBS Best College Radio Station winner 107.7 The Bronx, WRRC-FM, online at 107.7thebronx.com via our free Apple, Google Play, Alexa, MyTuner, Odyssey, and TuneIn apps and skills. Search and download WRRC. So it won't be a 3-pitch inning, as LaCora will take one down the middle. He is 2 for 2 with a run and 2 singles. And Poot, third time through the order. Thought that he was going to intentionally walk LaCora there. I don't know why he would, but he's going to quickly call timeout, get himself reevaluated. And a 1-1, a little borderline just outside. Packed crowd here at Sonny Natakis Field. Both teams trying to support their programs. Allentown leads 5-0. Shallow shot into left center. Running forward is Deacon Moore, but it's Joshua Vikrowski who's able to make the grab. 3 up, 3 down, and their first shutdown inning for Lawrence since the top of the first. And it puts Tim Welsh immediately back out on the mound, and you want to get as much momentum as you can if you're Lawrence.
Absolutely. That was a great inning right there by the Cardinals, by Poot. Just incredible. Great fielding, just supporting one another. I think that was maybe 5 pitches. You love that kind of production right there. And that gets you right back at bat as Jim Mayer does what he's got to do to coach these guys up to get them back in this game.
Drew Dobkin, Robert Kelly, and Deacon Moore due up for Lawrence when we come back to Cardinals Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Oh yeah, I got the yeah, she told me. Yeah. And we got the things that they're trying to cut. What? Well, I went in. I went to help you. All right.
That was the voice of Drew Dobkin, and he has just taken one inside for the 1-0 count. Trying to get Lawrence back into this game. Similar looking pitch there. That one called a strike, and it's quickly a 1-1 count. Dobkin 0 for 1 today. He's 0 for 7 in the postseason. Right now would be a really good time to get a hit. And he's able to poke one, and that will go through the gap.
He heard you. Good advice. Coach Trey stepping up.
And the first
giving the young ones advice.
And the first hit of the game for Lawrence since the bottom of the second. And a good start. Hey, that's how the comeback was started. Back in the bottom of the 7th. The semifinal game about 2.5 weeks ago. Connor Crowley will courtesy run for Drew Dobkin.
Absolutely. You love seeing that. And then Crowley on the bag. We haven't seen him pinch run all game. Hopefully he gets to use those wheels. Hopefully he's able to nab a couple of bags, and hopefully he's able to cross home plate.
So Robert Kelly is 0 for 1 today. He was with a walk and a strikeout looking with a third time of the order for Tim Welsh. And trying to tag out at first, Connor Crowley at first was Eddie Worse.
Yeah, just trying to get him right away because he knows why he's there.
And the first pitch towards Robert Kelly will be in the basement. A little outside as well. And you've got Watson warming up in the bullpen. Third time of the order, if you're Kelly, play smart. It's all you got to do. Play smart. Don't be desperate. And a hit for him would be good as well.
Oh, yeah, especially if he could, drive something like how we saw in the final.
Oh, that
any
triple?
Hit, any sort of hit. Any sort of hit will be good. Ball down low. Lino slipped as he was trying to throw to first, but his
Crowley had already slowed down, gone back to first. That was a good non-steal, in my opinion.
So it'll be a 2-1 count for Kelly. already with 1 walk today. Looking for another one or just to get on base any way, shape, or form. 2-1, high and away, hitters count. This is exactly the count that we saw him take back in the bottom of the first. Again, let Allentown make the mistakes, play patiently. 3-1, and that one in the middle looked like it would have been a good opportunity for Kelly, but
That's a good take right there, though. You know, you got the advantage, so make him pitch to you.
the Monmouth commit. 3-2 on the way, down low, and he will walk.
You got 2 fast runners on the bag now for Lawrence. You really, really got to take advantage of this if you're the Cardinals, and you've got a great contact hitter in Deacon Moore at the dish. You know, he told us last time, he doesn't hit for power, he hits for contact, so hopefully he can just find a gap and plug it with a great shot.
Deacon Moore is 0 for 2 today. It'll be another good opportunity for him to get a hit or just on base in general. Looked a little outside, but another good frame job from Anthony Lena will start off the count 0-1. Deacon Moore came in today 2 for 4 in the postseason, had a monster quarterfinal game, and that will just trickle foul. So quickly in a hole is Demo. So no outs. Runners on first and second, Crowley on second, Kelly on first. And good contact there, just going to the backstop. Staying alive is Deacon Moore, but he is a long way from getting walked by Welsh.
Still making contact, though. He's still keeping it competitive. He's still got a battle. That's all you got to do in these positions. You just got to win the battle.
0-2 towards Deacon Moore, outside pitch. And he'll get one back. He was trying to get him on the changeup, trying to just fool him there, but not the ideal pitch for Deacon Moore to swing at. He'll get one back. 1-2 the count. Welsh firing. That'll get line, and it will stay fair. That will go all the way this could go. Scoring will be Crowley. Here comes Robert Kelly. He'll stay at third. It's an RBI double, and the Cardinals are on the board.
You got no outs. You got Teak Toto at the dish. You got ducks on a pond. Great hit by Deacon. He made great contact. Finally, we have a slice that lands fair just before the foul line, and it's able to go into the corner. We're able to take advantage of it. Great placement by Deacon.
And to make an even better situation better, there goes Tim Welsh, and Maddox Watson will come up. If there was ever a time for Lawrence to get back into this ball game, it would be now. We remember Watson giving up 4 runs in the semifinal game, another high-pressure situation, and he has got 3 batters who have been absolutely walloping the crap out of the ball lately. Teak Toto, he can hit. Kellen Moore leads the team in home runs. Aiden Poot has been on fire. And this is a tall order for Watson. There is ever a time for Lawrence to get back into this contest, it is now, Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. Although, if I'm Lawrence, you keep an eye on his warm-ups. You could see early on that Welsh didn't have great control of the zone. Don't let that score fool you. There's a lot of self-inflicted wounds from Lawrence in this game, unfortunately. But Welsh did not have a great control of the zone. So if I'm Lawrence, you keep an eye on Watson. You know that you had him in the last game, but maybe he's tinkered with some stuff. Maybe he's worked on some stuff. So you keep an eye on him. You want to get a good gauge of his zone, and you want to find out where his weak spots are, as well as where you can really drive one.
I mean, also just watching him warm up is the key, because you want to see where he's throwing it mostly, where his zone is, to be able to pull one out there like Deacon just said. Deacon, he needed that double.
Absolutely.
All 3 of these guys need it. You know, Dobkin finally getting his first, I don't believe it's his first career postseason hit, but it's his first hit in his sophomore season. Deacon Moore, like we said, he had a monster game on Wednesday, was 2 for 2 with 2 walks and a sack bunt. And then Robert Kelly, you know, he's able to get the walk, and he's on third right now, and you got Teak Toto coming to the plate. You know, we saw this situation, and again, I'm really surprised that Brian Nice is electing to go Watson over Alster, because Alster, it looks like he's in the pen right now.
Oh, I thought that was Galtieri.
We'll check back with you when we get confirmation, but again, given how bad Watson was in the semifinal game, but this is the exact same scenario. If you are the Lawrence, this is the same scenario as the game on the 18th. The exact same scenario. You're playing come from behind. That'll get lined. It could go through the gap. Whalen going back for it. And that will be grabbed by Jack Sweeney. Running for home, it will be Toby Mitchell. And a sack RBI for Teak Toto, and it's a 3-run game. Toto doing his job. It gets a run across. And what a welcome back for Teak Toto. His 3rd time up, and just like that, it was a good grab from Sweeney.
Absolutely, that was a great contact right there by Teak. Able to really send it. They actually almost ended up dropping it. They didn't know who was going to catch it for Allentown. As Camo at the dish, and he takes that one just a little, just kissing the outside part of the zone for an 0-1 count. But Teak did what he had to do, which was move the runner over, score the run, just chip away. You got 3 innings, technically 2 2/3, but you know what I mean. You got plenty of time as long as you chip away now.
And that'll be fouled off. So quick 0-2 count for Kellen Moore. Again, this would be an ideal time for him to get a hit, but he is in an 0-2 hole. Still 1 out, no force out opportunity on a runner in scoring position. We've been hearing this song all season long, and Moore just trying to get something here, and that looked like it might have been a strikeout looking. The Allentown dugout frustrated with that. Watson is frustrated as well. But Kellen Moore will tap the dish. His younger brother at 3rd. Here's the pitch, and he strikes him out.
Didn't like that. He was really frustrated there. Kellen Moore having a little bit of a rough day, as it was reported, as he is under the weather, which is why he's not at first, but he's still, hitting because they need that bat in the lineup. Didn't love how that at-bat ended. Kind of a little wonky swing there. But, brings up Aiden. Aiden's been having, he's been having a good postseason. Hopefully he can get something going here.
Gives a lot of momentum back over to Allentown, but Lawrence cutting the lead to 3. 5-2 in the bottom of the 5th with 2 away. And Aiden Poot will come up. He is 0 for 2 today. And the throw from Maddox down low, 2-0. We saw Maddox walk a lot of pitchers in the game on the 18th, and we saw him have a lot of wild pitches. Haven't seen any of the wild pitches so far. But runner on 3rd, you'd love to make this a 2-run ball game down low in the basement. And a hitter's count as Watson seeing ghosts of the May 18th game, and Eddie Worst talking to his reliever. Worst going to NJIT, the best pitcher on this team, and he wants another opportunity to try and send Allentown to the sectional final. So a 3-0 count for Aiden Poot, trying to get on base for the 2nd time today. And getting one back. It looked a little inside. Poot said, all right, you'll have one back. Still a hitter's count with 3-1. Got to think Watson might try and get him on the changeup here. Line shot into right field. And coming down with it is Sweeney. What a grab from the Rutgers commit. And he keeps this a 3-run lead. Oh, my.
That was a great grab, but if you're Lawrence, you still did what you had to do. You had to get on base, and you did what you had to get on base, and you had to score runs. You got 2. You chipped away. You're now only at 3. You're now only done 3. You're now, oh my God, words would be great. You're now down only 3 runs, and you got 6 more outs. This game is not out of hand. Aiden has been really locking in, and now you got Robert Kelly coming to the
Riley Rivera
to the bump.
Oh, yeah, Robert Kelly.
Yeah, I knew what I was saying. Anyway, momentum is not ruined, okay? Like, they got this. They can do this. The game is still in their hands. They just gotta, now Robert just has to, limit the damage from the bump, and then also the bats, they just gotta keep doing what they did that last inning.
Yeah.
They were patient. They made great contact. They moved the runner over. They got the runs across the plate. They just got to keep doing that.
So it's a 5-2 ball game. Lawrence now down by 3 going into the top of the 6th on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
So to bring up Eddie Worse, O'Rourke, and Kleins due up for Allentown. And Allentown, they got to be licking their chops as well, because in Robert Kelly's last appearance, he gave up a couple of runs, including a home run to Dom and Zilla. But this is big shutdown time for Robert Kelly. And that looked like is in the zone, but Worse will get one, I guess, inside. And a high velocity pitch there from Robert Kelly. And, you know, if you're this lineup for Allentown, you're seeing the velocity and you're trying to see where to hit it. 1-1 for Worse, down low, 2-1. You got to have a shutdown inning if you're Lawrence.
Absolutely.
Because the last thing you want to do is bring Jack Sweeney up with anybody on base. Chopper straight over. Kelly is going to try and take it himself, and he will. A miscommunication as Aiden Crowley was trying to grab the ball as well, but Kelly said, just get out of the way, let me do it. Was trying to cover. Jim Mayer was telling him to stay on first. Nearly disaster for Lawrence, but he got one away with the 1U.
Absolutely. That almost turned calamitous, but good thing fielding that ball, it was none other than the D1 commit, as we have
J.C. LaCora, Anthony O'Rourke. Yeah. No, it's going to be J.C. LaCora coming up.
It's J.D. Alster.
J.D. Alster. My apologies. J.C., J.D., same thing. So it'll be Alster, who came into relief pitch back in the last game, will take one high and quickly jumps ahead by a pair. We saw this in the last game against Allentown. And a good pitch there from Robert Kelly. We'll get him back in the count. 2-1 with one away. Lawrence down by 3 in the top of the 6th. Allentown looking to make this back to a 5-run lead. And I have no idea. That was right in the middle. You know, yeah. Alster was trying to say it was inside, but Cardona said it was outside, so it'll be a 3-1.
Jim Mayer didn't like that.
I didn't like that either. And it'll be another outside pitch as Robert Kelly will walk his first batter of the day. And at the top of the order coming back up with Max Kleins. I can't believe that they did not call that a strike.
Yeah, a pinch runner for Alster.
And it looks like it will be Anthony O'Rourke.
It is.
And Jim Mayer's going to quickly talk over to Robert Kelly for another mound meeting. He got one out. You know, Kleins has been hitting them in 2 of his at-bats of the 3. He's hit it into a 4-3 double, or he's hit into a 4-3. So if he hits it towards Rivera again, you know, you could at least get the one out, but you could have it, if he hits it over to Dan Drizga at short, could get it into a double play, and that would give Lawrence gobs of momentum. But you just got to play it, you know, one batter at a time. You know, you're still in this game.
Oh, yeah, especially now. You definitely got to slow things down now. If you got the timeouts, you got to use them. If you can take the extra second to plan, you got to use them. These are high-pressure games, high-pressure situations. You got to be smart in this game we call baseball.
So Kleins is up for the 4th time today. He is 1 for 3 with an RBI single. And the other 2, like I was hearkening to, as O'Rourke is nearly thrown off. Like I was hearkening to, 2 of those plays were ground out straight to Riley Rivera. O'Rourke with a really big lead, and he'll line one, and he'll get over to Rivera, and he's able to have a high throw in time, and hey, like clockwork, 4-3 with 2 away.
That could have been really bad. That could have been an easy single right there, but great play by Rivera.
I tell you, if that was maybe 3 weeks ago, Rivera would have had an error on that, a good block and a good recovery. It does extend O'Rourke over in scoring position with Grant Howlett coming up.
I mean, that right side of the infield, they're taking away that would be like up the middle, like up the right side middle base hits.
Howlett is 0 for 3, and that one nearly going to the backstop. The second I saw that leave Kelly's glove, I was like, we're going to have a runner on third.
Well, it's a good thing Dopkin got hops, or else I would have gone way over.
You want to stay. You want to keep this a 3-run game if you're Lawrence. It'll be a 1-1. Howlett on the changeup.
Weak cut there.
Howlett with a ground out, an error to get on base, and a strikeout. We'll take one high in the way for the 2-1. If you're Robert Kelly, you just want to get this out any sort of way, shape, form you can. 2-1 on the way, right in there. Deuce is wild. And Drew Dobkin will talk to his pitcher real quick. With Kelly on the mound, we got some defensive changes. Deacon Moore's now playing third with Dan Drizga shifting over to shortstop, and Aiden Poot at center. So just 4 position changes for Lawrence, shifting around to their infield a little bit.
Honestly, I really like this fielding switch that they have to make when you're not able to have Kamo at first.
2-2 on the way, strikeout, he got him! Howlett is frustrated on an ignominious strikeout, and the Cardinals, not quite a shutdown inning, but they keep it scoreless. Still a 3-run deficit going into the bottom of the 6th. And the Cardiac Cardinals, their last comeback victory was the game out against Allentown on the 18th. And looking for a 15th comeback win if they're able to stay in it. Pull your belts tight if you're in your car. We are going to have one heck of a show here in the late stages. Rivera, Vakrosky, and either Williver or Drizga due up. You're listening to Lawrence Cardinals Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Lawrence keeping Allentown within striking distance. They trail by 3 runs with 6 outs remaining, and these have got to be the most conservative 6 outs of this entire season. Rivera nearly getting hit in the head there. Inside pitch for the 1-0. Rivera, Vakrosky, and either Drizga or Williver due up for Lawrence. Line shot right through the gap underneath the glove of Eddie Worse. And a good hit there for Riley Rivera, his first of the day.
And it will be Danny Drizga coming back on deck.
Vakrosky stepping up to the oh my God, words. Vakrosky stepping up to the plate. Great cut by Rivera to get on the plate. Hopefully the momentum can carry on to Josh now.
It all starts with a hit. It all starts with somebody getting on base. Watson firing to Vakrosky. A little outside. Allentown faithful perplexed on that. Vakrosky is 1 for 1 with the sac fly and a single. Now line 1, this could fall, and it will. That's going to go all the way to the warning track. Rivera will go to third. He will stay there. A stand-up double for the sophomore.
Boy, did Vakrosky need that hit. He has gone cold for a little bit, and what a beautiful hit. Hit Oppo down all the way to the fence for a double, and now we got ducks on the pond, as Trey says, with Danny Drizga.
Oppo Taco, that is how you do it. What a game for Vakrosky. He's 2 for 2 today. And to bring up Dan Drizga is Maddox Watson, just trying to get out of here. But ducks on a pond, no outs, and Dan Drizga, he's a senior, trying to get Lawrence back into this game. He'll take one high and upstairs.
If you're Drizga, what you have to do at the plate just got a lot easier. As long as you don't strike out, you can't do anything wrong. Pop up, fly ball, something to just put the ball in play and advance that runner. That's all you got to do if I'm Dan Drizga. Or you can get a walk.
Well, Drizga also leads the team in triples this season, and Brian Nice is going to talk to his relief pitcher once again.
He probably also leads the team in how many times he got hit by a pitch on the helmet.
We'll see if Nice will pull his reliever just yet. It doesn't appear that he's going to pull Watson. Allentown leading 5-2, but that lead is quickly slipping away. hey, we're seeing smiles on Dobkin and Kelly's faces. They know that, hey, they have Allentown right where they want them. And this was one of the pregame notes that I had. You got to keep it close. You know, hey, most people would say 5-0 isn't close, but these are not the Cardinals. They're the Cardiac Cardinals. And, you know, no outs. 2 balls away from being bases loaded. And Dan Drizga in a huge at-bat here. The fans are on their feet, 2-0. And that was a good hit. I don't blame Drizga for not swinging at that. You know, you don't want to put anything in jeopardy to potentially strand these runners. 2-1 from Watson. That was inside, but they're going to call it a strike, and it's quickly 2-2. Drizga 0 for 2 today, trying to get on, or Drizga's 0 for 1 today, trying to get on base here. 2-2 on the way from Watson, and they're gonna say it hit him. They're gonna say it hit him, and Brian Nice is not happy.
I would like to officially say Danny Drizga is a ball magnet. I feel like he gets hit by a pitch in every game.
So bases loaded, no outs. And they're gonna discuss to say if Drizga leaned in. He did not lean in. I think we can talk over to Dan Drizga to see if he leaned in. He did not lean into that ball.
Well, it's also just I don't get why they're talking about it though. That's what I don't get. You can't talk about this.
Well, it is a very, you know, this is a big call because
this changes.
They're gonna call him safe.
And that might be the end of, oh, never mind.
Nice is going to continue to argue with Cardona.
We've seen that happen to the Cardinals multiple times where guys actually lean in and it doesn't get called. It is what it is, unfortunately. All right, Drizga did get hit. We got Dobkin at the dish. He got bases loaded, no outs. This is an ideal situation. Again, just don't strike out if you're the Cardinals.
Bases are loaded. Drew Dobkin got the comeback going in the last game against Allentown, and he is going to line one. That will score at least 1, trying to turn 2 in time. They will, but that will score. That will only score Rivera 2 outs to make it a 3 or 5-3 ball game. They're able to turn their second double play of the day.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's something you do not want to do in that situation, especially since you had no outs.
It's a double-edged sword, though, because you do get a run across, and you do have the top of the lineup coming up. Hopefully you're able to take advantage of it now, though.
We'll bring up Robert Kelly, top of the order, back up for Lawrence, and that looked like a good off-speed pitch he could have swung at. Lawrence only down by 2. 5-3 your score in the bottom of the 6th. Watson just trying to get that final out. Here's the crank. That's going to get lined. This could go through the gap. That is going to go all the way back. It will fall. That will score Vikrosky. Running for 3 is Robert Kelly. They're still going to try to play it. Here's the play at third. It's an RBI triple for Robert Kelly, and the Cardinals are within 1.
I love to see that. We needed that from Robert Kelly.
Unbelievable.
That had the distance. I'm sorry to cut you off, Matt, but that had the distance. If that was all the way in left field, that would have tied this ball game up. Holy, is all I got to say. An RBI triple, and Robert Kelly, his first of the day in a huge way.
That is amazing.
Seriously. And he got distance on that bad boy, too.
At third base, of course, he does the Tuesday celebration. And the Cardinals showing who they really are in the bottom of the 6th.
Special teams, man. Special plays, special players.
So Watson, who has given up 3 runs, Nice. I think he's going to finally pull him out. This is the 3rd time in this inning he has gone all the way to the mound. I'll see if he's warmed up. And he will be. Nope, they're not going to have Alster or whoever's in the bullpen come in just yet, but now they are going to change Watson. Now it'll be interesting to see who comes in to relieve.
It's Galtieri.
So it's Dan Galtieri who will come in. Lawrence with a game-tying run at third. And Galtieri, we haven't seen him pitch at all, but he is a lefty. Good news for Lawrence, they've got 2 lefties coming up. But in case you were just tuning in, you have missed a lot. Lawrence, who is down 5-0. You know, they got 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th. They got 2 more runs in the bottom of the 6th.
Hey, they've just been doing what they had to do, okay? They've been watching the zone. They've been plugging the gaps with their hits the way they need to. They've been playing smarter on the bases, and they chipped away. They're not overextending. They're not doing too much. They're doing what they got to do, and they're getting the result that they need, which you love to see. Sometimes just, you know, dumbing things down, simpling things down, and just, you know, going for little line drive singles, you know, grounders up the middle. Something that just gets you, anything that gets you on base. The smallest thing that can build momentum. And now here we are, bottom of the 6th, 2 outs, runner on 3rd. We got an inning left, and we got a 4-5 ball game after what was a 5-0 game.
So Galtieri will come on as Maddox Watson, allowing 4 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. 1 walk and 1 strikeout. And I feel gutted for Watson because this is 2 games where he's come in to make a save, and unfortunately not what you want. But to bring up Deacon Moore, who will take one down low, nearly throwing it away. As Lino with a good block, he'll go up 1-0. Robert Kelly at 3rd, the game-tying run at the hot corner. If you're Deacon Moore, you want contact, not power. That one will go back, but it's blocked by Lino.
Lino, he's doing...
That's 2 straight pitches where Galtieri has not been able to make it to the plate.
Yeah, so Deacon's got to know that no, not to swing because he has not found the zone yet.
It's a lefty-on-lefty matchup. Here's the 2-0. That was in the zone. Looked a little outside. I'm surprised, you know, Deacon Moore, you're playing conservative. You are 1980s level Republican conservative right now.
Oh, jeez.
2-1 on the way, and that will go right to Worse. Trying to run it out, but they're not able to in time. But Lawrence brings it to within 1. They have 3 outs to get a run. But if you're Allentown, you got 1 more crack of your top hitters. And you're going to try and get back into this game here. They are seeing their lead slip away. It was a similar situation they saw on Wednesday. They don't want it to blow another lead here. But it is Sweeney, Inzilla, and Lino due up for Allentown when we come back to Lawrence Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
Lawrence making it close. Top of the 7th with Allentown with at least 3 more outs. Just trying to get back into this game are the Cardinals. They are down 5-4. They've been playing comeback ever since the top of the 2nd. And Jack Sweeney will come to the plate. And Jim Mayer, I would be very surprised if they pitch towards Jack Sweeney. We've seen the power he's been able to have. And Sweeney is going to step into the box. I don't know about this one.
Yeah.
I really don't know about this.
Yeah, Robert Kelly, he's getting ready, and it's looking like, no, they're going to pitch to Sweeney.
Sweeney, 1 for 3 today and a high fastball. I really don't know. You know, trust the process. So trust Jim Mayer's process. But if you're Robert Kelly, you just want to get out of here. He'll pop it to the air. That'll go off the service building. No, we'll go on a tree behind it.
You know that Kelly wants this at bat back too, because Sweeney was able to just send one off of him last time these 2 faced up against each other.
1-1 on the way for Sweeney. Really good pitch. Oh my, what a changeup. That was, I don't even know if you could classify that as a changeup. That was just a wicked curveball.
That one fell right in there for Sweeney.
Oh, it fell right in the zone last minute.
1-2 for the Rutgers commit. Skied high, deep in the air. That one going to the stratosphere, but not nearly has the length. Falling down for it is Drizga, 1 away.
I'm glad Driscoll was able to track that perfectly because I was trying to track it myself and I lost it in the sky.
I watched it and like I had it in the sky, but even as it was coming down, I'm like, man, I have no clue where this is going. Great eye by Drizga, great fielding by the Cardinals, and what a way to get rid of the Rutgers commit.
Gonna bring up Dom Zilla, who is just as lethal. He is 0 for 3 today. You gotta think he might be due. He'll take one down low. Good start for him. Good start to the at-bat for him. Zilla with a run scored, a fly out and a strikeout, and a hit by pitch. And that's gonna get skied into center field. Running back for his Aiden Poot. He's got it. And that takes away 2 of your big hitters.
Really good tracking done by Pooh out there in center field. Just an amazing way to get an easy out. So now we have 2 outs with
Anthony Lino will come up. It's a righty-righty matchup. Lino is also 1 for 3. An RBI double and a pair of flyouts. Just trying to get the game back here. Another ball in the dirt for Robert Kelly.
I can tell Robert Kelly wants it because I can hear his grunts as he's throwing these pitches off the mound.
For Lawrence, it'll be Teak Toto, Kellen Moore, and Aiden Poot due up. Good pitch, fastball in the zone for the 1-1. Lino trying to extend this game. Fouled back to the middle school, 1-2. Callie just trying to get the out. Lawrence trying to get back in the box. And calling time will be Lino. Lawrence just trying to get back into the box here. Hopefully the final time today. 1-2 with 2 away. Chopper straight over. It will go all the way down, but they're going to call it foul. That, from my vantage point, I don't have the best look, but I thought that went fair.
Nah, the third base umpire called it foul pretty quickly.
Should probably pay attention more to that than the baseball.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. But like I understand.
1-2 on the way. Down low. Deuce is wild, and the tension continues to mount.
There's a lot to pay attention when you call baseball. You know, keeping an eye on the ball, but if you keep an eye too closely on the ball and you'll miss something in left field, it's just, this game's a lot.
But
Deuces are wild. 2-2 on the way. Lined into left field, and that will come down. It'll be an extra base hit there for Lino, and Allentown is not done yet. It'll be another double for Lino and his 2 hits, both of them 2-baggers. And Chris Whalen will come up.
Aaron Frews pinch. Wait, I don't think that's
No, John Ryle coming into pinch hit.
Thank you.
I mean pinch run, not pinch hit. Still Whalen at the dish.
Chris Whalen, 1 for 2. A sack grounder, a run, a single, and a fly out, as he tries to bring it back to a 2-run lead.
If I'm Kelly, just take a breath. You got this, in my opinion. You were able to get through 2 tougher hitters than this guy. You just got to find that confidence again and just funnel it to this batter right now.
The Monmouth commit staring down the junior of Whalen, trying to re-extend this lead to 2. Cardinals down 5-4 in the top of the 7th. And a floater outside will make it 2-0.
Struggling to find the zone right now. If I'm Robert, just to reestablish the zone, I would just send one.
And Drizga will go to the mound, give him some support. If you're Robert Kelly, you just got to take a deep breath here. Deep breath. Trust your defense. Whalen steps back in. Kelly looks back at the runners. 2-0 on the way. Ground ball off the base. Can Drizga make the play at first in time? He is able to! A clutch throw from Mr. Danny Driz. They're able to make it keep it a 1-run deficit on the relay. That ball hopping off the mound. Drizga able to read it. He's able to fire it for the 6-3. And the Cardinals, 3 outs to get 1 run. It is crunch time for Lawrence. Oh boy. We got a ball game coming back up, folks. Toto, Camo, and Poot up when we come back. You're listening to Lawrence Cardinals Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
So it all comes down to this. Bottom of the 7th, Lawrence trailing by a run. And their middle of the order coming up. Teak Toto, Kellen Moore, and Aiden Poot due up for the Cardinals. Dan Galtieri will come back onto the mound. And this is where, if this is the MLB, this is where these guys get paid the big bucks, but this is where colleges, schools, and scouts see the clutchness. Allentown trying to hold on. Lawrence trying to come back for the 15th time this season. They need a run. And it's a lefty-lefty matchup. It's been the bane of their existence all season long. And Galtieri will take the mound. Take in the box is Teak Toto. First pitch on the way. It is down low.
Kellen Moore, you're the man, baby.
Got a little bit of nerves there by Galtieri. Teak, though, able to take advantage, go up 1-0.
And he gets one back as Galtieri, 1 strike down, 8 to go. Toto is 0 for 1 today, a sac fly and a walk and a fly out. And he'll take another one, but that looked like it may have just gone out of the zone a little too early. So get one back as Toto. 2-1 from Galtieri. And he gets one back, evens it back at 2.
They're all going to relatively the same spot, which I find interesting. If I'm Teak, hopefully you track that.
2-2 on the way. And that was
outside.
That was a little outside. The Allentown faithful not liking that, and calling timeout is Aiden, or Teak Toto. Got to get the heart rate down here. Galtieri, 3-2 on the way, outside, and the game-tying run is at the cold corner, and he'll bring up Kellen Moore.
You got the game-tying run on the bag. You got a man who has shown the most power on your team in Camo, and then you've got one of your more consistent hitters in this playoff, and Aiden Poot on deck. This is what you like to see. If you're Teak, unless you're crossing home plate, you're doing whatever you can to stay on the bases. Do not get out and only keep going forward.
And Galtieri will fly back. Coming off the base was worse, and that was nearly a disaster for Allentown.
Worse almost fell. He was almost a little more worse for wear.
Kellen Moore is 0 for 2 today with a walk. He'll take one high and away. You know, it's all righty batters from here. Galtieri trying to keep Allentown in this one. Kellen Moore, the Lafayette commit, staring down a barrel. And get one back as Galtieri to make it 1-1. Winner advances to either Middletown South or Robbinsville. Loser goes home. 1-1, strike 2.
He was really early on that one. He really wanted that one. He's really frustrated. He's having just overall a heck of a day, not just baseball-wise, Kellen Moore. So he's got a lot going on. He really wanted that one. He's gonna have to really fend this one off now.
Galtieri, 1-2 towards Moore. That's gonna get skied. Deep left field. This one's got a chance, but it's caught. What a grab from Howlett. Oh my, that was on a rope, and if Howlett wasn't there, that would have been an easy game tire, but that was 5 feet away from sending Lawrence to the sectional final.
Oh man, Kellen Moore had that too. Howlett just really getting there, making a great grab. Just a great grab. The defense has been really electric in the outfield for Allentown. If you're Lawrence, though, hopefully you can see what Kellen saw, or Kellen can pass on what he saw, and maybe you can fall into something, as now we have a stop in the action.
Catcher needed a drink.
Oh, I just needed an electrolyte refill.
He needed a heart rate monitor after that. That was about 5 feet from being over. It'll bring up Aiden Poot and Allentown. They're in a force-out double play situation. And they're going to call it a balk. And that'll put Toto in scoring position. And you know what I just said? Screw that. It takes away the force out.
Yeah.
And Aiden Poot as a runner in scoring position. Poot just Poot makes his life a lot easier. He'll line one into right field. Going back for it is Sweeney. He's able to make the grab, no tag up. And they thought they were going to have Toto running for third. And the ball's still going to get away. I don't know what Allentown's doing here.
It was just a pass ball.
But that'll be 2 away. A runner in scoring position. It all comes down to Riley Rivera.
Oh God.
It wouldn't be school sports if it wasn't dramatic.
Allentown was in this exact same situation on Wednesday. The umpires telling Worst to get back to first, and Riley Rivera trying to keep this game going. Lawrence needs a run to tie. They've got a runner at second. Rivera trying to get back into here. And a swing and strike. There's one.
That one was way up in the zone.
He's got the nerves. They're there. He's got to take a breath.
Yeah.
Allentown looking to hold on. Lawrence looking to come back. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Loser goes home. High fastball and a good look from Rivera. He'll get one back. Toto on second. Rivera trying to tie this game up. 1-1. High and away. Good look as Galtierre's also got the jitters. You want to win it for your seniors.
Whoever wins is going to be the more patient one. It's a battle of patience.
Patience is a virtue. Rivera trying to get a hit. And he'll take one outside. 3-1. Nice didn't like that.
Allentown
Rivera in a hitter's count.
Allentown catch didn't like it. He's talking a lot to that catcher. I mean, to that umpire.
Cardona has been a little wonky here today. Rivera with a 3-1 count. Here's the pitch from Galtieri. That will go down low. And it'll bring another batter in. Galtieri with another walk. It'll be runners on first and second. And Brian Nice will go out to the mound once again.
You got Verkrovsky coming up, who he's coming off of a great at-bat. An absolutely electric double. So hopefully Josh is able to run into something. Doesn't even need to tie the game. Just advance the runner, whether that's a walk, whether that's a single.
Verkrovsky he's 2 for 2 today.
He doesn't need a homer unless he finds one. Small ball works too.
You just need to score a run. You need to score a single run. That is the goal right now. If you are Josh Verkrovsky, you want to score Toto, who's at second.
And Toto's got wheels, so he's going to book it for home.
So Verkrovsky will step in. Lefty matchup. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat. Swing and strike. Ground ball right over to Worse. And that is how it ends.
Oh no, Josh is on the ground.
Verkrovsky swung it off the top of the bat. I thought it was going to be a close play at first, but Worse is able to make it. And Allentown holds on to come back 5-4 your final. It was a close play. We'll give Verkrovsky that. And hey, Lawrence battled back. And for the 13th straight year, Allentown is undefeated at Sonny Natakis Field. And